Hello, my friends. Thanks for coming to play with the ideas that I present on this channel. Have you ever felt like you had a lifetime in Egypt? Were you ever drawn to things Egyptian? Well, I wasn't, not in this lifetime. In fact, I was kind of repelled by friends who were very much into Egyptian spirituality. And then I found out why. I went to a conference in Santa Cruz at 1440, which is a great conference center, really beautiful. And one morning at breakfast, I decided to go out on the deck out back and listen to the birds. Well, there was this beautiful woman sitting there. And I asked her if I could join her since she was the only one who was having breakfast on the deck. And so we got to talking, and she had just lost her mother, and I had just lost my brother. So we talked about grief and grieving. And then I didn't pal around with her at the conference. I didn't sit with her or anything, but at the very, very end, we were coming down out of the auditorium together, and we turned to each other, and all this energy started going back and forth. And I said to her, I never thought I'd see you again. And she said, I know something's happening. What's happening? And so when she was able to come east, we decided to go for a past life regression. And as it turns out, the lifetime that we had had together or are having together, where time doesn't exist and all our lifetimes are simultaneous, which I'm still trying to wrap my head around, we found out that she was an oracle, a gifted psychic in Egypt. And she was quite renowned, quite well known for her gifts. Well, I was her understudy, and I followed her. I was quite a bit younger than she was. And I followed her around like she was a rock star because I wanted her life. I wanted her fame. I wanted that recognition, that notoriety. And so eventually she passed, and I promoted myself as an oracle or a psychic in that lifetime, but I wasn't the gifted one. And I actually embarrassed myself in some way, in a very public way in that lifetime with some sort of prediction or reading. I don't remember the details, obviously. And so in this lifetime, I am very gifted. The channeling that I've been doing since 1980, I still read and see things in thousands of pages of channeling that I've done. In this lifetime, I have the gift. However, in this lifetime, I don't get any reward of fame or fortune for my gift. Now, don't get me wrong. When I was doing mediumship, I know I helped a lot of people. And I think my book is Choices in the Afterlife is really, really, really good. And you can still get it from me um, through my website. Anyway, um, but the payback, the balance of the karma of when I pretended to be gifted and wasn't, and in this lifetime I'm gifted and I'm not recognized except by a few of you sweet people, which actually is not the point of the gift anyway. So um, that is a very personal story of karmic balance. And I have a few more, actually. The more I'm beginning to understand this, the more I look at some of the more difficult things in my life this time. And I know a lot about my lifetimes. Um, I guess because they're happening now too. Anyway, and don't forget a completion lifetime. simply means that we can make different choices about what we choose to do when we move on into new experiences. Now, I don't know for sure that this is a completion lifetime, but some of you who have had a lot of difficulty, a lot of unexplained challenges, maybe that's what you're doing, is balancing karma from other scenarios that where you're playing out stories. And again, there's no morality to this. It's just a matter of balance. So again, thank you for coming. And I may do one more on karmic balance. And then I'm going to launch into a subject that I was actually saving for a book, but I feel that I'm just going to put it out here. Not just, but the book may never get written. So it's important that I put forth this material that has been so emphasized in my channeling. And it's completely new and different. From anything I've heard anywhere. So stay tuned. And until I see you again, my friends, please be well and please be blessed. Thanks for coming.